So my name is Courtney Swanson and this is my first ever makeup video tutorial and I'm really excited. Obviously you can see the title is Miss Coco's Makeup and the story behind that is all my close friends call me Coco, so you guys are all more than welcome to call me Coco if you want. Like I said, this is my first ever makeup tutorial, and also as you can see all the acne on my forehead. I just thought instead of moping about it, I could show you guys a video of how to cover acne. In the same video as well, show you how to contour instead of, like I said, moping about it, because there's no good that comes with that. So the first step that you have to do is, what I would highly recommend that you do, is moisturize. So the moisturizer that I chose, which I already moisturized, is Josie Maran's Argan Infinity Intensive Creamy Oil. So this is it, if you guys can see it. Any moisturizer will work. If you want to do a drugstore brand and you can't afford this, a good brand is Nivea or Aveeno. I love them. I used to use their moisturizer for so long, even just last year. But the only reason I bought this moisturizer is because I use Cleasin, which is an acne medication, and it dries my skin out a lot. And I had to invest in a really good moisturizer because I would use this acne medication every day and it would just dry my skin out so much. So I found that when I used this moisturizer that it would actually kind of counteract it, so my skin wouldn't be dry or over moisturized. It would kind of just like be normal, And the second step after that is, if you have redness in your acne, then I would really recommend a green primer, like a green face primer. So I actually don't have it on hand with me. I somehow misplaced it, but I use Smashbox Photo Finish Color Correcting Foundation Primer, and it's just green, so any green face primer will work pretty much. If you don't have, or you can't invest in a green correcting primer like me, honestly I just use all of my money that I have to invest in makeup, so that's why. Taking a cold cucumber that you put in the freezer for a little bit will really help with redness if you put that on for like 5 minutes. I know it sounds stupid, but it really does help. Any kind of homemade green color correcting face mask really work. I love those. Like using aloe vera and cucumber, that's a really good one. I'm not saying you have to do this every time for your makeup. I'm saying if you really have an issue with acne, then I would really recommend investing in a good one, but you could totally do that before a good night out to correct some redness. As well, Visine, that takes the redness out of your eyes, Visine. I've heard that works really well, so if you want to put that on one of your spots. Like if you can see, I have acne all here. The reddest part is like here, which is kind of like a scar. It's not even an acne thing right now. So then do that. And then third step is foundation. Any foundation you choose is perfectly fine. I chose Giorgio Armani's Luminous Silk Foundation. If you guys can see this. I'm not sure how the lighting is in here, honestly. So, just gonna put that on. A lot of people choose to use a brush, but I personally just like using my bare hands. That's just me though. And I always put 2 layers on just because my skin is like so bad right now. Like my forehead especially. Well, the rest of my face is okay, it's just my forehead really, but okay, so some people like to let it sit, but I usually just continue contouring. So I'm going to show you guys how to contour and cover your acne at the same time. So I'm going to let this sit kind of for a little bit while I continue to contour. So contouring, if you guys don't know, is essentially hollowing out your cheekbones and your jaw and your forehead to make your face look slimmer, as well as your nose. So there are many different face shapes to contour with. I'm just using my face obviously right now. If you guys want, I can make another video just to show you guys how to contour on different face shapes and different nose shapes. So I'm just going to show you guys how to contour on my face shape right now, which is like kind of a round heart shaped ish, I think. Maybe oval heart shape, I'm not sure. But yeah. So I am taking the RCMA makeup palette from Vincent Cahoe. I really don't know how to say that. I really like this brand just because I don't have the money to invest in like multiple shades of foundation. So when I'm doing people's makeup, as you see, some of them have been used up, I can just, you know, take from this palette. I think it's a good brand. Some makeup artists might disagree with me, but it depends how you are, really. It's good coverage, I think. This Giorgio Armani one is like medium coverage, I think. It's not full coverage. So if you really want to do acne, like if you have serious acne, I would recommend going in with a full coverage foundation. But I love this one because it just makes your skin look like flawless. Like it just, I mean, the luminosity in it is great. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going in with a MAC 191 brush. And I am choosing this shade right here. You can tell it's been used up a lot. And I'm starting to contour my face. So what I'm doing is I'm just making lines that go from about the edge of my eyeball here down. Some people like to do it from the edge of their eyebrow. It really just depends who you are. And then I'm going underneath my chin. My face isn't like that round, so like I don't need to sculpt it in like that. That's what you do for round face, just FYI. So, and then I'm going with my forehead. I don't really think my forehead's that big, but I still like to sculpt it down a little bit. So I am going like this, and then putting a little bit more in here. We can, if you want it darker or lighter, that's up to you. You can choose your shade. Or if you don't want to do a certain part of your face, like contour a certain part of your face, you don't have to do that either. Now I'm just going in with my Beauty Blender. New one I just bought. I went to Europe and I had my duo glue, like eyelash adhesive glue, out and a thing in like a Ziploc bag, and it completely got over everything when I was flying, and it completely ruined my Beauty Blender, which is so annoying because I last so long, so I had to invest in a new one. Okay, now I'm just blending this. Instead of like smudging it like this, I'm just tapping it kind of into my skin. Because then the product doesn't get smudged around, it just goes into your skin. And it takes a little longer this way, but I like how the effect turns out better. But when I get down to my chin, I always just smudge it out because there's just so much. Also, you can tell my face is a lot tanner than my body. I usually have a fake tanned body. I use Saint-Tropez. Saint-Tropez is awesome. But yeah, I'm just really pale right now. I'm pretty lazy, to be honest. Okay, so that's blended in. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. Also, you guys can, I'll show you the next step to the foundation. I'm using Nars's Gradient Creamy Concealer in Chantilly. It's the lightest color in the collection. I use it, if you've seen Kim Kardashian's face, she uses a very light concealer to highlight her face so it looks more radiant because she has very tan skin, but because I have light skin, it doesn't really do the same thing exactly. Like I try to make it like that, but just with this concealer, it's, I don't know. When I tan though, it really works. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna press it into my skin. This covers under eye circles, any puffiness, any darkness. Okay, so that's that. The next step, what I'm gonna do, I just take another half a squirt of my Luminous Silk Foundation, and what I do is I kind of just lightly put it onto the areas that are affected by pimples, and I just leave it on there. Obviously, the outcome is it's not gonna stay like this, I promise you. But it just kind of helps it soak into the skin to leave it like this for a few minutes. The next step, if you guys want to make your under eyes more vibrant, you can do another layer of concealer actually. There's something called strobing. I feel like most of you that are watching this have that much time to do that, and I don't in the morning. I mean, I'm going to university. I'm gonna be like, put on some foundation, some mascara, some concealer, and just go. So I'm taking this Sephora brush. I'm not really sure what it's called. My boyfriend got it for me for my birthday. I think it was my birthday. Maybe it was Christmas. I don't know. I just love these brushes though. They're gold and my room has gold accents, so I love it. And I'm just dabbing this underneath my eyelids. Underneath my eyes. Like this. And instead of swiping it like that, that might take some of the concealer off actually. So patting it down will actually just help it settle into the concealer. And you always want to set your foundation or your concealer with powder because you don't want it to budge during the day, especially in the summer. I know it gets super humid. So, okay. Now we're gonna blend in this big mess. So, you're just gonna take your Beauty Blender or a sponge, or I would recommend a Beauty Blender. Honestly, I think it works way better than a normal foundation brush. And you're just gonna lightly dab, just very lightly, because you want most of that foundation to stay on your face actually. And I know it seems like a lot of makeup, but for some people with acne, it's like they can't even cover it up. So I'm just trying to give you guys a way to actually cover it up without it looking, it seems like it would look too cakey, but it actually doesn't end up being looking too cakey, I promise. Okay. So that's finished. So you can see it's already starting to look a lot better on my forehead. The next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Invisible Pressed Setting Powder in Universal. And I'm going to take the same brush that I use to set my concealer. It's white, if you guys can see. And just dab that lightly onto the area that I put foundation. And you guys don't have to worry about how much you're putting on because you can honestly put as little or as much as you want. It's just setting it for the next layer of concealer I'm going to put on it. And it's white, so it's not like adding an extra layer of foundation or powder. Then I'm going to take my concealer, the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, which I love, by the way. It's my favorite concealer. I've tried so many different concealers, and this is the best. I've tried Chanel's, only because on the way to Africa, sorry, sidetrack, on the way to Africa, they didn't have any other brands really, and they were like, Chanel's the best, and I was like, fine, okay, I guess I'll invest in it, and I didn't even end up really liking it that much, but Nars I just love. So we're just gonna dab like this onto the areas that are affected, just little dabs. Most people wouldn't do this, they'd make like a cross if you're just highlighting your face, but I find this just blends in better in the end. Okay, like this. Now, and it will match because you're highlighted under your eyes already. You can also highlight the chin. What is this called? If anyone knows, put it in the comment section below because I have no idea. And also you can highlight your nose right here, which is what I'm going to be showing you guys. So then you just take your Beauty Blender again and you lightly just dab. Lightly press it into your skin. I'm looking in my mirror right now if you guys are wondering where I'm looking at. Just gotta make sure it's blended. I swear it doesn't look cakey. There we go. And then take setting powder again, the white one, and dab it into your skin. This won't show anything. And then that's it. That's how you cover your acne. As an additional step, if you guys really have bad redness, what I would recommend doing is buying Bare Minerals Original foundation. I have it in fairly medium just because I usually tan, so it's C20. So I'll just show you guys. I don't even take a brush or anything. You can. I just love using my fingers, honestly, when I do makeup. I just take it and I dab it onto the spot. The only reason I'm not using this right now is it doesn't really blend that well into the concealer that I have. So you can't, yeah, that's why. Also, you can tell like the contour part of here is kind of worn away because of all the face makeup I put there, so I'm just gonna reapply that really fast. Like I told you guys, you might have to redo it a bit. Also, the darkness will help cover some acne you might have if you have it close to your forehead, like I have two right there. Now, like I said, you always gotta, well, you don't have to, but I love to set my, I would highly recommend it, to set your liquid with a powder. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I've pretty much used up these two shades. I've used up, I think the shade's called Banana. I'm not really sure about this, what this shade's called. I'm sure it says it online. Yep. And I'm going to take my MAC brush, and I think this is 100, my MAC 100 brush. Dab it into the darkest, most orange contour color. Just lightly, very lightly, swipe it across the area that you contoured. Not too dark. Well, if you're using a lighter color, you can probably be more dark, like more vicious about your strokes, but I just go lightly because it's such a dark orangey color, and I'm not that dark. So obviously you can see it's a little bit orangey right now, but that's okay because I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs The Face One brush and just blend it a little bit so that it's, be really careful when you're blending your forehead, because if you have acne on your forehead like me, and obviously this can be done any place of your face, it's not just your forehead. I'm just doing my forehead because I have acne there the most. I don't really have it anywhere else right now, except for like a little bit right here. Just blend that a little bit. Make sure to blend your jaw because the marks can be really harsh, and I don't want you guys coming out with like an orange line here. And then, oh, this seems like it's taking a while, but I feel like it just takes longer when you're on camera, you know? Then I am taking my Bobbi Brown brush, ultra fine eyeliner. It's actually an eyeliner brush, but I find that the very thin brush helps contour your nose well. So I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit again and using the lightest brown color, which is in the middle, right here. My nose is wider here than up here. So I'm actually not going to contour all the way up. If you see those videos where the girls contour their lines all the way up, I'm going to just make a little circle at the very bottom of my nose like this. And then I'm going to follow, there's kind of like little lines you can sort of see on your nose. You just contour up. So I contour to about there. Also, some girls like to make the line here, so I'm going to just do that. It will blend out at the end, I promise. And then, to get a little extra highlighting in on your nose, take your concealer and just dab there. Then I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and lightly press the concealer into my skin. Then I'm taking the tip, very, very tip, and if you've blended it too out like I just did, you can always reapply some more and then just start over. There, contour nose. I'm not sure if you guys want me to do the rest of my face. Obviously my face will look a lot more alive when I have mascara on. I find when I do some eyebrow pencil, I don't actually use eyebrow pencil, I use just the powder in my contour kit brush. I find it has a much more natural look to it. If you use a pencil, it's a lot more harsh. I just take some of the powder onto my slanted brush. This is just a purple brow brush. I'm not really sure where it's from. I honestly don't remember. And I'm just gonna follow the lines of my eyebrows. Make sure to not overly draw your eyebrows, meaning don't go over the lines up here, because that just looks funny. I do that all the time, and I always have to like take my finger and go like that. And when you're doing this section of your eyebrow, make sure to do upwards light strokes, taking the slanted part to the bottom and just going up like that and following your hair. So basically just follow the direction of your hair goes with your brush. And then just quickly, I'm going to put on some bronzer, blush, and mascara. So hopefully that'll be quick and easy. So for bronzer, I'm using Too Faced's Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer and light to medium. And it's also a matte bronzer. If you have acne on your cheeks, I'd recommend not actually getting a bronzer with not pigment, but glitter or anything like that in it, because that actually will amplify your acne and it'll show up more. So you want to just use a matte bronzer and just lightly dust it onto your cheeks, up here. This will also help with contouring a little bit. I mean, it's not contouring, but just kind of helps emphasize it. Dab it here onto your jawbone. Dust a little on your nose, under your lip. Next, I'm going in with my blush. And I'm going in with my MAC 159 brush. I love it that the blush makes the brushes pink, because pink's my favorite color. Can't tell I'm wearing a pink shirt. And this is YSL's Blush VOLUPTÉ in number 8, I think. I think it's number 8. Is that number mean it's number 8? Can you see right there? I don't know. Anyways, it's such pretty packaging. I love it. I don't really have much YSL products because they're so expensive, so I just invested in this blush because I really needed a good blush. I was using BH Cosmetics blush for a while, but it ran out of my 3 favorite shades. That's cheap blush, by the way. BH Cosmetics is such a great brand if you're not trying to spend a lot of money, and I honestly love their products just as much. But when I finished my 3 different favorite shades, I was in a Sephora store and they obviously didn't have BH Cosmetics, and I was like, I guess I'm just gonna invest in a good blush. Just use light brush strokes. I like to go in little circles. It's almost like a little massage in your face, I swear. You can always apply more. And if you put too much on your face, you can take a powder brush and just lightly go over it, and it'll usually blend if it's too much. I used to use a primer for my mascara, but I found that this mascara is amazing. I've tried so many different mascaras, and this one is just to die for. I love it. It is Lash Perfection Gel in Flash. It's the brand Perfékt, P-E-R-F-E with one of those French accents. I think it's accent aigu, K-T. It's so good. Oh my god. It makes your lashes look so good. And if you're like me, you're going to get mascara on your eyelids because my lashes are just so long. You can't really tell on the camera, but they just hit. They just hit my eyelids. It's really annoying. So what I do is I just use Q-tips to get it off. I tend to do 2 coats of mascara. I'll show you guys when it's done. I guess you can kind of see me doing it. I don't know if you guys saw my Snapchat. I mean, for those of you that have my Snapchat, it was like Christina Yang from Grey's Anatomy throwing a cereal bowl at Owen And I was like, that's how I feel when girls tell me contouring is stupid. I just love contouring. Is that stupid? No, see, it's not stupid. It's just contouring's great. Can't go wrong with contouring. Okay, I'm going on to my second layer now. Now I'm going into my lower lash line. I swear to God, as much as I try, I can't not open my mouth when I do this. It's such a girl thing, I don't know. Okay, as you can see, there is mascara all over my eyelids. This is ridiculous. So I'm gonna go get Q-tips really fast. I choose my spit. If you really find that grotesque, you can just use eye makeup remover, but I happen to just run out, so you just take it off your eyelids. I usually use about 1 Q-tip per eye. And obviously you're taking off a little bit of makeup this way. So what I do when I'm done is I just take my beauty blender and whatever excess product is on it, it just kind of blends into my eyelids. And a little bit, you kind of just re-blend your concealer up. And it's okay. I don't know if you guys want me to put any lip gloss on, but I'm kind of in the mood to just go nude lip. But if you're looking for products for lip glosses, I'm obsessed with Laura Mercier's lip gloss and also Yves Saint Laurent's, which is YSL's new lip tinted oil. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I accidentally just lost it on the plane. I'm so sad. So sad. Also, Bite Beauty's pen and rhubarb. Oh my gosh. And yeah, that's makeup tutorial on how to contour and how to sorry guys, cover up acne. I will put all the steps below because I'm sure it kind of got a little muffled because I was kind of covering my acne and contouring at the same time. So, and if you have any questions, inbox me on YouTube or my Facebook, and I will put my Snapchat in the comment box below. Is that what YouTubers say? I don't know. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'm so excited to make more videos. This is going to be awesome. This is my dream. I've wanted to be a makeup artist for so long and this is so exciting for me. I love makeup so much. It's honestly my life. Like if you ask any of my friends, like I'm obsessed with makeup. So hopefully you guys can trust my techniques and know that I've done a lot of research. I've watched makeup tutorials since I was about 12. So I also picked up a few tips on my own and yeah. So follow my YouTube channel, Miss Coco's Makeup. Bye guys.